Yara, this weekend, I'll be coming to Dodoa.
Hey.
So yes.
What's happening there?
Nana,
Do you have a vested interest?
Yes, we are going to experience the real up and grateful activity there.
Oh yes.
What's in Dodoa Forest?
Well, his wife has been going to Achimota Forest, so maybe his own is Dodoa Forest.
Clement, are you married?
Yes, that's his wife is Miriam.
We can't talk about yes.
I see.
So we'll do that behind the scene.
I see.
Okay, so let's get quickly into the news. What is trending? What stories have you heard on the streets of Accra and Ghana as a whole?
As usual, let me go first before I actually lose traction on this particular one. I'll start with a little bit of sports. And the GFA yesterday, they actually outdoored some buses that they promised to some 10 Division 1 clubs, and 3 of them are in the Premiership because they were promoted last season. And now when we went to check the buses, I don't know whether the technical team would have the pictures on there. When we went to have a look at the buses that we are talking about, that they've been given newly sprayed new buses. You can have the DV registration numbers on them.
Okay. Why
Only
do
for
I
us
feel
to
like
go and look at the interior of the buses? And trust me, the trotros that we actually take to and fro, some of them look even better. It's actually sad. Pertaining to the fact that the budget allocated to this was almost equal to purchasing
brand new buses.
Or even if you are doing something like that, you went ahead to spray the bus.
What about the
interior? At least make sure that there is some dignity attached to it. When the first one, there was a video also going around or going in circulation on social media. The front seat or the driver's side of the vehicle, you could see that the driver's seat was torn, it was worn out. You could see that it's car and then they've actually they've done a ceremony at the Accra Sports Stadium to actually outdoor these things as though they are doing something, only for us to enter the buses to look at. It was an eyesore. It wasn't something that we were expecting.
Who are the stakeholders involved and what's being done to hold them accountable?
Well, so the people that are supposed to be held accountable are the people that were receiving praise for actually sort of giving the buses initially when we actually thought, and it's being led by the GFA.
GFA is involved in this?
Yes, the GFA president, that is Ket Okreku. He cut the ribbon to actually outdoor these buses for the teams, and the executive of the Ghana Football Association also. You could see all of them were there dressed up in their suits, and then they had pressmen all over. And I don't
not see the buses. They are aware.
Yes.
These things that you have no knowledge about.
Yes.
That would mean a gross neglect on your part in doing these things.
I hope they are going to be what's the word? Yeah, the obviously just for this issue, because
like you mentioned, the outside of the buses and
I'm sure some church they're going to take and
then they have DV number plates as well. So
number plates, plates is very easy to acquire in a way.
So people are saying that Abutre Trotro may use real normal package. That's the shuttles that people use abroad, and used shuttles, and they were not in a good state. I mean, if you go and if you import a used car, use it yourself.
You do some specking.
But Nana, this also brings to the light that there is a lot of mismanagement in GFA, of what we need to talk about. Because this alone tells Ghanaian clearly that outwardly they rebrand Black Star as a good thing, but when you go inward, there is so many things happening that we are not aware.
I think that
the bus is one thing.
I think you hit the nail right on the head when it comes to sports in Ghana, and then especially the senior national team, the Black Stars. It looks like there's a white elephant that everyone is refusing to talk about. The fact that there is mismanagement, and everyone puts blame on the coaches, the players, and all that. Meanwhile, the actual players I say that without the playing body. I'm talking about the actual people that are involved in managing the Black Stars, in managing affairs of our national football, the leagues. They are the ones putting this particular one in shambles. A lot of people have actually called for the GFA president to come and justify it or resign for maybe putting Ghanaians on a run for this particular one, because where is the accountability, and how would you do this? Do you think that we wouldn't have like voices to actually say? And these are supposed to be for Division 1 clubs. All the first teams that finished in their different zones, the Zone 1, Zone 2, Zone 3. These are for them. And then, I just wish the
video.
Yeah, maybe by the time it's time for the sports segments, we would have. So, Clement, what's trending on your end?
Yes. One, there is a good news.
And something good. Tell us,
yes,
please.
Very, very good. And we are all going to be so much impressed. Yes. I know both of us can attest to the fact that about a week or two ago, one daughter of our own, that's Lisa, was diagnosed of a disease, and it was really on the public space. But God being so good, Ibrahim Mahama has come to the aid of now Goliath's family and Lisa. So as we speak, he has taken the total cost of everything.
Of 100,000 US.
Yes, they said as we speak, over 100,000 and 110,000 United States dollars, and also the flight of the family to South Africa. They are going today. So what we want to say is God should protect them and bring back Lisa safely to the family. And thanks to
we are
Ibrahim
most
Mahama
grateful to. I'm sure I would just say this on behalf of the staff of Clogsag, everybody here that we all know our dear sister and everything she's going through. We are so grateful to Ibrahim Mahama, right?
Yes.
We are so grateful to him, and we pray that God will richly bless him and replenish him abundantly for this wondrous feat. Thank you so much. I'm sure the family is so relieved, because that was a lot of money needed for her treatment. And we also pray for traveling mercies, as you said, and a successful procedure, that Lisa would come out of this alive and well and healthy, and all glory and honor will be given back unto God. Thank you so much to Ibrahim Mahama once again.
What
else?
This is very good news for us, and but do we need to also question the fact that some of these diseases, for children, the disease was leukemia. If you actually know the little girl, I've met her on a couple of occasions. She's very, very bubbling. She lights up every room that she walks in. That's the kind of spirits that she carries. And so now, similar to other people or other that may be suffering the same plight, and we are in a country that is over 60 years, and we don't have any sort of means to take care of this particular disease. So
our healthcare system,
it is something that we definitely need to have a look at, because had it not been for the philanthropical gesture by Ibrahim Mahama, I'm not sure the health services in Ghana are in a better place to actually make sure that some of these things are combated. And it's something that we have to actually talk about. It's good news for all of us over here, but there again, it also raises concerns that we have to make sure we have to be thinking about how to put our health services in shape, because it could happen to any of any other person.
Even with our African countries, we usually hear of most of the presidents of the African countries going outside the country to seek medical aid, because they are well aware of the poor state in which their health services in most of these African countries are. I think during Buhari's reign in Nigeria, they used to say there was this term. It's not a very savory term though, but it's likened to those young ladies that have money to travel, or they are able to travel with their partner. So he's just moving from country to country. He never sits in there, and most of the time it is to seek some medical care. And like you're saying, what happens when Ghana happens to you? When Ghana's medical or Ghana's healthcare service happens to you? Because even for our dear Lisa now, it was said that the procedure could only happen in South Africa. So it means that even in Ghana here, there are no means to do anything about it. I think our top hospitals, it even brings me to one of the stories that we'll talk about later. Korle Bu was almost every hospital would refer you to Korle Bu wherever you are if the situation is serious. And yet, look at the state of some of the departments in Korle Bu. And how, to the best of their ability, they will do what they can. But sometimes, even them, they are not able to, give you the adequate medical care you need.
That's true.
So I think now we have the UGMC or UGMS, and even that to Shikasani.
There's a lot of issues around it. I think
a lot of money issues too. So
when we talk about health in Ghana, we would end up saying a lot of things. But now let me say this. My last but one trained, and this one we all learned that Flower Pot interchange was commissioned.
Yes.
By His Excellency.
I used that yesterday as well on my way home. It was quite a sight. It was beautiful.
Nana, surprisingly, vendors have started mounting tables. Tables at the place, and Titus Glover, seriously, that's the regional minister has demolished these tables from the site.
That situation is a little I like this, like that, because people were selling there before the project began. Now, if they are going to, do this interchange or overpass, whatever the name is there, then there should be some solution to the people that were initially selling there. Because this is not to say that we are condoning hawking and the rest, but this is the situation we find ourselves in.
People make life.
So if anything, if a shed could be put up somewhere in a corner to accommodate all those people, because that place, maybe even some decades ago, it wasn't a road. It was somebody's plot of land, wanted to build a house. A lot of things happened over the years. That person, that lady that was there with the coconuts, right? She said she has come back to her station.
So she's gone back to her former place.
Yeah, her former place where she was selling. And that is right in the middle of the interchange. So in a situation like this where we have to accommodate everybody, because now dismantling her goods and things, that's her livelihood. And yes, somebody would say, but it's a hawker, you're destroying the beauty of the place. But that is also another citizen of the country whose welfare is in your hands. So why not do a small shed? Because even now in our markets, they are starting to put up these story buildings so that you can have a small cell or your shop in it each. If something like that can be done, now it may almost, for lack of a better word, be impossible to eradicate hawkers. So why not start up a shed somewhere around the interchange so that person that was selling there will not lose their livelihood just because of an interchange. You see, else it would also leave a bitter taste in their mouths that
okay, so there are two sides to this.
That's what I started with.
So thinking about the fact that hawkers are actually maybe their source of livelihood and all that, but then you also look at the other side effects of what hawking brings: unnecessary accidents, sometimes traffic, the deaths that they leave at those places, and then all this, in trying to eradicate it, then becomes another capital intensive thing for the government to actually do. So I think your point in they getting a place to actually sell or to actually do their business, that's the best.
The root of the issue, like I always say, it goes back to poverty, unemployment. If our standard of living, as we always like to say here, was better, there wouldn't even be a need for hawkers. If these people were educated enough, the incidence of hawkers or people on the streets would have been less. So as much as, yes, we need to find a way, I think we just need to go back to where the problem begins.
Let's also think about the fact that when the road construction was going on, for that particular 2.5-year period, or even more, since because it was started by the Mahama administration and all that, the arguments, that one we don't want to go there. But when that particular construction was going on, where were these people actually situated? What became their sources of livelihood?
Yes.
So now, we need to find out that, because if you are doing something that is legally making you money, without you disrupting national property, without you causing chaos, without you being in a national space, because that particular space, I realized that just as the person was sacked, they were instructed to actually come and mount some spikes over there so that they prevent any other person from hawking over there. So if you are just going to, and that, it wasn't only that particular woman. I thought that it was Glover in the video, breaking tables and all that. So if you are going to sell and then make the place dirty, because just look at the trend. If you are hawking and you want us to have pity on you, wherever hawkers are, right, there's so much debt over there.
Well, for the deaths too, we can't only blame the hawkers. Sometimes there's normal pedestrians and motorists are also involved.
But that's because they actually get to buy from the hawkers, and then they don't provide bins.
So now it comes back to the state, and then the bin issues. The other time we were talking about how there aren't enough bins on our public.
But yeah, let me just say that when hawkers or sort of they plan together and then they group themselves, and then case in point is the Accra Mall. You see there used to be a lot of hawkers and then sellers and people begging all around that particular place. So what they did was that they wanted to prevent so much hawking in the roundabouts, which now you don't even see anymore, which was also contributing to the traffic. Now what they did was that they got a secluded side for them on the right hand side. That is where you're coming from, former Shangri-La, when you take the curve. You know, the piece of land that was over there, they sort of made it into
yes. That is something that could help the situation. And you know, with Titus Glover destroying the tables, I saw a post that was saying this is how easily Galamsey can be stopped. Look at how the minister himself has gone there, but an issue like, you know, some other issues in the country, we are hearing committee has been set up, these people have been dispatched, but well,
so you know, it's like the Titus Glover destroying the things. Is like, you know, when you are, for instance, a class prefect, and then your class is noisy, and then the teacher is coming. You know, the teacher is maybe on the staircase coming, and you know the kind of reaction that you do. You know that when the teacher comes and then the place is noisy, everybody puts their head on the table, everybody gets one. So you as the class prefect, that's the minister in this particular stance, it is your responsibility to make sure that I am coming to commission the place as a president. Everything must be in order. So that is he being the class prefect, trying to sort of maybe put the place in order and to also prevent further. So with what he's done, I'm not sure anyone would like to go there again.
You don't know the resilience of Ghanaians. Give it a few days.
This last one, before I think if you have
okay, fine.
So it says independent parliamentary candidates for Efutu constituency arrested over alleged forgery of nominees' signatures. Alleged forgery of nominees' signatures.
Wow.
I followed this story yesterday and this morning, and it seems the lawyer too, that's Madam Louisa, she is the candidate, an independent candidate. She is saying that her nominees were, it was really vested by EC and it was approved that everything is okay, but she doesn't understand why his document leaked to the NPP parliamentary candidates for him to go through and realize there is this kind of forgery in his document. So as at yesterday, she went to the High Court, District High Court of Efutu, to seek injunction on the parliamentary elections of Efutu. That is where we know the majority leader is contested.
So do you know what actually this is happening? He who is going to equity must come with clean hands. So you are going to seek sort of an injunction. You are going to seek repudiation from the courts. Now, what is the content of your this thing? Is it so you can actually see that with whatever she's saying, right? I read the story whatever she's actually saying and whatever the lawyer is also touting, they are not disputing the fact that there are forged signatures on there.
But Clement she said it was vetted by EC and everything was okay.
But she's not disputing the fact that there are forged signatures on there. So she's not come to say outrightly that bring proof to me that this is a forged signature. There was a 2-pager of one of the writs that was written, and then in none of them did we ever see that there should be proof of this particular person. All she's trying to say is that place an injunction on it because I don't know why the EC allowed my documents to leak and all that. So that is why she's actually sort of. So if she's actually right, that is, if you are going to equity, then you must with clean hands. So if your hands are so clean, then why don't you make everything open? These are the people, these are their signatures. And EC tells you that sign here again.
I think Nana, yes, you are coming from a nice point, but her point is she doesn't understand why my document will go to my opponent because what right do you have to get access to my documents? Meaning that my opponent has something to do with EC, of which she believes
or maybe somebody in their camp,
of which she believes that thing is wrong.
Yeah,
because there's no way
true.
my document should get to you. So if that thing has happened, then we should go into details to find out what is really going on. And on the other hand, when you listen to the lawyer of Madam Louisa, he's saying that when the police came to the scene, he asked that why are you coming to arrest her? And the police told her it's order from above. So he was wondering which order at all, because there was no thing to tell her that okay, you are under arrest because of A, B, C, or D.
So she's been unlawfully arrested.
And according to the lawyer is saying that the police are working on that based on a suspicious hearsay.
Okay.
There's no proof.
So then the police should also do their homework before taking action.
No. So the fact that you are being arrested doesn't necessarily mean you've done something wrong.
Then call her in for questioning or something.
It could be because we need you urgently, and then the fact that the way you are so pivotal to this particular case, we need you urgently to assist in investigation.
Okay, then let's ask the question.
And you know, there are numerous times that we call people to come and aid in investigation, and they don't show up.
Yes, but then using the term
the issue.
Arrested, has she been detained too?
Yes, she was detained, but I think per the lawyer,
once the lawyer has come in, then I'm sure she's.
So now, if you are taking from the angle of the fact that she's pivotal to the issues and then maybe some investigation, why should she be detained?
So the thing is that what the lawyer is also saying are all assertions. Because in the Futu constituency, Dr. Louisa, did I say Dr. Lisa? Louisa is also being touted as not being, not having a lot of her things right. Because she's not in good standing with all her people, and that's how come she had to forge signatures. So it could be as though it wasn't the MPP parliamentary candidates or any of the opponents that leaked the document, but rather you asked me to sign. Because the MPP or the MPP parliamentary candidates, before you get that particular document, you must have some inside information. So for you to be able to revoke that, then that means she has not settled everything in her camp, and that is how come some of these things have.
Well, we will be waiting for you guys to give us more insight. So here on the online news quickly, the first story here says the Bank Square reflects Ghana's commitment to modernize institutions to meet demands of the fast-changing world. This is by our President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. So it says here, President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo stated that the decision to construct the new headquarters of the Bank of Ghana, known as the Bank Square, stems from the necessity to modernize Ghana's infrastructure to align with the demands of a rapidly evolving world. He emphasized that the new building reflects the central bank's growth and lasting significance. Speaking during the commissioning of the facility in Accra on Wednesday, November 20, he said, "This is a testament to the bank's vision of maturity and enduring relevance. It reflects Ghana's commitment to modernize her institutions to meet the demands of the fast-changing world." I have so many complaints about this, but our time is up. So.
Oh, really? Because I have like a 6-pager on this particular one that I've actually prepared for us to discuss.
Well, we use all the time to discuss sports and things, but.
I mean, I can sacrifice some of the sports time, so we actually delve deeper into this.
No, please.
I don't know whether our producers will be okay with it.
No, please.
They'll be very okay, because these are topical issues.
I think next Tuesday we will dedicate time for it.
Yeah, by then it would have been dead. So quickly, Shemus, I don't know whether you
want to... 6 pages, please.
Quickly, I'm just
30 seconds each.
30 seconds.
Yes, please.
Okay, so quickly, I started doing some analysis on this particular one, and then just for us to understand the way this particular thing went, because a lot of people have raised some concerns, including the minority in parliament. So let's talk about the timeline for that particular project. So in 2019, the process for compulsory land acquisition began for this particular one. That was in 2019. And in 2020, an executive instrument was gazetted to formally acquire the land for the Bank of Ghana's new headquarters. That's the Bank Square. And then the project used a restricted, so the keyword is restricted tendering procurement method. Okay. So restricted tendering procurement method.
Okay.
And was approved by the public procurement.
30 seconds is finished.
Approved by the Public Procurement Authority in January 2020. And
so
this approach was justified.
Is finished,
oh, yeah.
It's not my fault. Clement, do you have any?
I'll give extra 10 seconds.
I mean, so this particular one was justified by the PPA.
Okay.
And this approach was justified because of national security, because they are sort of doing the bank. That's why I used the restricted tendering method. And then in 2021, construction officially commenced with Gold Key Properties Limited as the contractor, and then Multicard Consult as a consultant. And all these are local firms. That means all the monies were sort of retained in Ghana. And then in 2024, the commissioning began. But now, these are some of the budget concerns. Initially,
there are a lot of issues with this story, but we don't have time.
Please, just allow me a minute more. I beg you.
I can't give you a minute. We have one more story. And then, on Tuesday, we'll use these as our trending stories. And then because even we have an issue with that $250 million.
So that means my next point in my actually said
we cannot use the time for it.
You know the $250 million that was actually approved for it.
Don't give our viewers spoilers. Let's use it for Tuesday.
But wait, just wait a minute.
The next story here is about GRA. So GRA intercepts a 40-foot container of ammunition at the Tema port. And this one here says the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority has confiscated 53 pistols, 65 rounds of live ammunition, 74 magazines, and a PC host from the Golden Jubilee Terminal at Tema Port. The suspects involved were arrested and taken into the Marine and Railway Police Station in Tema for further investigation. Now, during a press conference on Wednesday, November 20, the Commissioner of Customs, Brigadier Zibrim Ayorogo, confirmed that the items were intercepted on Monday, November 4. He stated that the 40-foot container with the number MEDU 4496951 was declared to contain vehicles and personal effects and arrived at the Tema port. Now, the weapons were imported from the United States of America.
Okay, so Yara,
so close to elections and weapons are. What's happening?
Let me talk to the story. Yes.
30 seconds.
But before I get to the bank issue, it's business related.
Yes.
I just wanted to make one point that the benefits of the Bank Square,
you gave your time to,
and then one of the benefits of Bank Square the economy is attracting investors. It is a good thing that Ghanaians should understand that what the Bank of Ghana has done is going to attract investors. That is the point I just wanted to make.
Okay, so now
exactly.
Yes.
So
on Tuesday we will look at that. So let's finish up with the ammunition, and then we can wrap up.
I think today, I don't know if the IRA or the producers, they're not trying to make us what we have made known to the public. Because we have less than, is that 718 and it's like they are restricting us on a lot of things.
Gentlemen,
where are the producers?
Let us calm down. Gentlemen, please.
Speak to Yara behind the
scene. Please control yourselves. It's past time now. Our time is up, and we have not even touched on the GRA story. So this is what's happening. What are our comments? 30 seconds each, and then we wrap up.
So, Nana, let me go with that.
30 seconds.
So with the issue of GRA case, it's election year, and we need to look at the impact of these items in Ghana and how it's going to affect even the peace that we have in Ghana. Two, there is a background of this story. In the year 2021, September, this same incident occurred at Tema Port, of which they said preventive and counter-terrorism unit of the Customs Division of Ghana Revenue Authority seized some arms and ammunition at the Golden Jubilee Terminal at the Tema Port.
The same
terminal.
So is there a way to find out?
As well, just 2 years ago before then as well.
It's also
the same thing.
And
so is there a way to find out who owns the container?
So
who is in charge of the shipping?
They've arrested the agents. Let me build a
agents and the consuls are the wrong people to arrest. Though.
Yes,
That's
but what
the whole
about
issue.
the owner, the person who is shipping the items and to whom they are shipping them to?
Yeah, I have, and let me make this point. In 2020, October, the same thing was detained, noted by DRE. But this time around, election year, this time around, it was not only a container of arms, but it was mixed with other food items.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
they
so
expected
that's
to realize that
hidden.
this thing was in. My major issue is from the United States of America.
Yeah.
These US people, you've given us restrictions that anybody who is going to affect the peace of Ghana will not be given visa to travel to US. But these same items is coming from US. So what is the issue on this very issue?
We have to find out whether it's coming from the government of the United States or individuals in the United States.
Well,
Nana,
I'm sure updates will come
even
later.
if for individuals of the United States, it is still from the port of the United States.
Yes,
So they could have done
definitely
thorough
there should be
research,
some information
thorough
on that.
investigation
Yeah.
on that. But you didn't do that till it arrived in Ghana. If not for the customs division, these things would have been in the system as we speak.
So we actually look
Your
at the
times are up.
ports. We look at the ports of the United States and we look at sort of
Your
not
time
being completely
is up.
sealed, considering the fact that even human beings are being trafficked over the border. But yeah, now my 30 seconds.
No,
because
my time
Clementa-
was
no,
up.
sir, I'm
The
not
time
giving
is
my
up.
comments on this particular one. So in 2004, it goes way back. There was a survey by Professor Annan and on weapons and small arms in circulation in the government without being registered. And then that survey showed that there were over 250,000 to 400,000 arms in circulation with an attrition rate of about 20%. That means they were likely to have been reduced. But in 2014, the same survey was run and then there was a 400% increment in that particular one. So that means over 2 million arms that were circulating in and around Ghana without being registered. So now, and then in 2024, the survey is yet to be concluded, but it goes to show that there is even more. So this particular one is the one we have seen.
Yes.
This is what we have seen, but
So what we haven't seen,
not what has passed without us being seen. There's also another theory that Ghana is being used as a travel port to other countries, because where there seems to be some political unrest, like Burkina Faso, because Ghana is like sort of
right in the middle.
Yes, and then we have comparing to other countries, we have road networks that can actually link up to those places easily. So is Ghana being gun or arms traffic port where maybe it's just being as the middlemen and then they are just transporting it to where they go. It remains to be seen. There are a lot of things to talk about.
We know that this story is pretty new, so I'm sure by Tuesday there'll be more information that we can.
I think
right today.
Pushing today.
That's our two stories.
So
two
don't
big
worry.
stories that
Don't
we
worry.
need to
Tuesday.
speak more into it. But it's like she's pushing everything to Tuesday.
Okay, so I'm sorry we have to do that. On Tuesday, then you can let out all the fire. For now, we have some comments before we wrap up. Thank you very much, my gentlemen.
Please comment if you want us to continue with the stories.
No, this is not a democracy.
Comment on this.
No, it's not a democracy.
We need to give our viewers what they're actually asking.
Yes, but it is not a democracy. So
Okay,
I love the motivation.
Idi Amin, we hear you. Who could digest Idi Amin? This morning we hear you.
Okay, so this one says, I love the motivational quotes. Yaira, kindly tell Mimi that I love her Barbie outfit. Kudos, great team. This is from CJ Ventures. Thank you so much. Oh, Mimi could not join these many. She had joined, I don't know what to happen. Now, this one says, President Akufo-Addo's statement underscores Ghana's vision for economic growth. These comments they are giving, if you make these men talk, underscores, yes, Ghana's vision for economic growth and development through institutional modernization. This journey, enhancing the country's financial infrastructure and competitiveness. This initiative aligns with Ghana's Beyond Aid agenda, promoting self-sustenance and global relevance. I am Senyo from East Legon. Kudos to your team, but please let them explain. Okay, no, they won't explain anything. Idi Amin has spoken. I need a gavel here now. Thank you so much for your comments, and We hope that you'll be sending them in as the program goes on. Later in the show, we'll be talking about cybersecurity threats on the main discussion, especially with regards to our elections coming up. And on the lifestyle segment, we'll be speaking to the Guinness World Record breaker for the longest makeup-a-thon. The business segment will take us into the world of business as usual, and sports segments would also delve deeper into the issues in the sports world. So don't go anywhere, stay tuned. And this brings us to the end of the online news review. I'll speak to my producer, so we make this segment 1 hour for these men to just go off. But for now, Idi Amin has spoken and the newspaper segment is over.
More like Idi Amina.
Do stay tuned for the lifestyle segment.
But we look like
Today on the show, or on the segment, we have an amazing personality. Now just imagine dedicating over 100 hours to your crafts, breaking barriers, and also earning a spot in the Guinness World Records. That sounds extraordinary, right? That is exactly what our guest did. We have a powerhouse, an amazing talent. Like, she's doing so well in the field of business and also beauty. And you know who I'm talking about. It is our very own Rosalind Akosua-Mantey, who happens to be the current record holder for the longest marathon in makeup application. Now, let me read something small about her so you get to know that she's not just an ordinary person. She is indeed a powerhouse. She is the first female to win TV3 Mentor. Rosalind Akosua-Mantey sets the new Guinness World Records for longest marathon makeup application by an individual at an incredible 103 hours, 25 minutes, and 33 seconds. Hello, Rosalind.
Hi, Anna.
You're welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Right, we've been hearing a lot, about you ever since you won this records. But it was just a few days ago I got to know that you're actually a winner of one of the reality shows, music reality shows we have in Ghana, which is Mentor.
Yes.
And that did not really trend as you are trending now. And all of us, we are just proud of you.
Thank you.
We want to know. We know you've said it over and over and over, but we really want to know what's really motivated you into, embarking on this journey.
Okay, so thank you for having me, and thank you all, for tuning in to watch us here. And I would start off saying that, I have been in the beauty industry for the past 8 years. I'm a professional makeup artist, and I also have a brand, a lash brand that I am into. As we are into the beauty industry and trying to motivate others for giving skill to the young ones, we're also looking forward in a way to break boundaries, to be able to get a stand in the beauty industry to help those who are coming up. So, the marathons were everywhere, starting from the year where we saw Hilda Bassi everywhere, making all the women proud, and then came down to Ghana, and then our sister Santua also held it with a sing-a-thon. And the beauty part of it is seeing women breaking boundaries, using talent to put the country on the globe. So I said to myself, okay, if we can use cooking to let people know what we have in the country, can use music to promote and then break boundaries, then it would be very awesome to also use the makeup artistry as a form to educate the public that having a skill is very important.
Right.
It doesn't matter whether you've been to the university or you have your degree, you have your master's, you can learn a skill. So I took upon myself to venture into the longest marathon applying makeup. So through it, if I'm able to become the record holder, I can also help the young ones coming and teach them the artistry of makeup and other things that so that they would also be well equipped and also help their family.
And in the course of teaching your, viewers or even followers, we at Plug TV, we also want to learn. And that is why today we have a model with us in the studio.
Yes.
And we cannot have the record holder in the studio and not teach us something basic about makeup. And so she's going to take us through a basic or normal, simple makeup in the course of our conversation.
Yes.
So you'll be demonstrating that whilst we discuss, right? Okay, so let's move straight into our conversation.
All right, so
and also,
yes. All right, that's
right.
So I would have to be moving up.
Exactly. We understand.
Right. Okay.
And we are willing. we are ready, right? Yes. I know we are ready.
Okay.
So mentally, physically, psychologically, what really pushed you, or how prepared were you for this marathon? Because, standing on your feet for, I think, 4 days.
5 days.
5 days.
Yes.
It's not something, it's no child's play, actually.
Yes.
So how are you prepared? How were you equipped to, face such
Okay.
challenges?
So when you have someone who has a very strong mind, very determined personality, who wants to do extra, or I mean, you see, yeah, mentally I was prepared, and physically I would say I was. Spiritually, I would say God took over, because you know, with our jobs, we can stand on our feet and work on, let's say, a bride and then a bridesmaids. And I have worked on a bride and a bridesmaid for like 11 people.
11?
Yes, all by myself before. So then, looking at this marathon and then the rules they gave me, I knew I could, do it. Okay, so I was well, like, ever ready for it. And then my theme was, I'm doing this so that I will win. And then from the beginning, when I was advertising, posting on Facebook, if people were watching me, there's this one video I said, "Yejina book," like. Okay. Even though I haven't started, but I was saying that, like, we have a chapter in that book, and then just words are powerful, and then here we are. So I was well prepared. So I tried to moisturize her face, because yes, moisturizing is very important when it comes to your skin. It doesn't really matter if you are putting a makeup on, but you should be able to moisturize your face. That's why sometimes they say that you don't have to apply your body pomade on your face and stuff. I think moisturizer is enough for the face. So I'm trying to moisturize the face to get a little moist. Yes, so yeah.
So there was this time I also watched an interview of you, and you were sounding very spiritual.
Yes.
You said it got to a point you had to attend, so many churches, go before altars, declaring into winning this.
Yes.
Was that also part of the preparation?
Yes, it was. See, one thing I believe in this world is whatever you do, you have to also take your spiritualism very serious.
Exactly.
I'll tell you, there are a lot of things that is going on in the realms you don't have eyes to see. So if you don't also work on your spirituality, because before the marathon, I had someone who broke legs of a chicken and with some nyama things, and came to place it at my a day before the marathon.
Wow.
And it's a what do you call it? It's a mall. So what is that thing doing there? It's a mall. So you should know that people were naughty. And then I had somebody who also started the marathon here in Ghana before mine. So I was the second person doing it. And one thing about me, I don't take my spirituality on a low. In fact, I don't care. I'm not a cliffy, but that's my thing. Whatever I want to do, I asked first. When I applied for it, I told God, if I won't win, don't let them give it to me. Okay. And then I got the approval. Okay. So I knew that I have invited him and he's involved, and I'm moving with him. So that's me. And then, yes, I've been going to altars to go and pray and tell God, if you do it for me, this is what I'm going to do. And I also try to sow seed that will provoke God. I don't know.
The issue of seed sowing.
Yes.
That is just
to provoke God and let God know that, Lord, this is what you have to do for me. Because I've had people come to the grounds and saying, oh, wait, enko baby, enye baby. But I said, God, do it for them to know that you exist, for them to know that I started this with you. Because it came to a point, my tummy got swelling, like I wasn't myself. I wasn't myself. My feet, everything. After 70th hour, my team wanted to end the thing, but I still wanted to continue. So if your spirituality is not strong and you are not prayerful on the ground, you can't. In the 12 a.m., everybody has sleeping, and you are on your feet doing makeup. Do you get it? 12 a.m., 1, 2, 3. Things happen within that. So it's not an easy job. Yes. So if you are watching me, you are a youth, you're a young guy, young woman, take your spirituality power, seriously. What's he say?
Right. Well, so if you just joined us, this is still the Cocoa Digest morning show, the lifestyle segment, and it is another amazing Thursday where we help you earn a skill or learn something. And today we have with us the Guinness World Record holder for the longest marathon in makeup application, Madam Rosalind Akosua Mante, and she's walking us through her journey, what inspired her, and basically anything to understand you know, in the field of business under pressure. I mean, the journey to the longest marathon in makeup. So you can join the conversation by sending in your comments to our WhatsApp number, which is being displayed on the screen, and also via our streaming platforms, Facebook and also YouTube, and we'll gladly read your comments out. And you should also learn something from this conversation, because as you can see, makeup is now taking over. If you know how to do your makeup, I mean, you can save some amount of money. And of course, you're also saying, because makeup has become very expensive.
Very.
Why is that so?
You know, when it comes to business, it entails a lot of things, and then it's the quality of product you want to produce. That's why when you go to the market, we have the cheaper ones, we have the ones that are drugstore ones, like so it's the brand that is involved, how the products, the kind of ingredient, the longevity, everything. So when they put all those things together, it costs. Do you get it? Yes. Then when it comes to how to even ship it, all those things, branding the business to get the name that everybody is talking about, it involves a lot of money. So that is why some of the products are expensive. Some are less because maybe the owner or decided to do just a simple one, not really. You know, some people, so you just brand it, but there are some people, they have to put the ingredient together, get a factory to manufacture the thing to their taste. Okay, so so it depends on where the brand is coming from.
So what you're just doing is an application of
foundation application, and then getting a perfect shade of foundation for a client is very important.
And very technical. I mean,
yes.
How am I able to identify this particular shade as my shade? Is a problem for most people.
Yes.
So are there any tips for beginners?
Yes. So if you want to pick a shade, for instance, when you go to a makeup shop, let them test the foundation on you, on your face. Let them test it on your hands. Your hands might be fairer than your face or anything, so let them test the foundation on your face. And then maybe if the store that you are, there are no makeup artists or the person doesn't really know, just look at 2 shades comparing to your skin, and then choose. You can just choose 2 different shades and try to mix it to get your perfect shade. Some people, because of their undertones, they cannot get a perfect shade of foundation unless they mix 2 shades to get a perfect one. So it all depends on your mind and in your skin. You just compare.
We'll come to the issue of branding.
Yeah.
But before that, if we could have a view of Akosua Mante's video, some of her videos, so our viewers can understand who exactly we are talking. Okay, so the videos are not ready at the moment. Now, Akosua.
Yes, love.
Let's talk about branding.
Yes.
How important would you say branding is to the makeup artistry?
Branding is very, very important. And what they see is what they patronize. Okay. So putting yourself out there is very important. Sometimes we are there every single day. People might think you are just noisy. You are building a brand. You want your face, people to recognize your face. You want people to recognize your brand. So each and every day you talk about it. You do new videos. You get models to work on. So if I'm building my brand as a makeup artist, each and every day I'm putting out works that would let you know how good I can work on you, or how good my job is or my skill is. So each and every day you see us putting things out, talking about the beauty tips and all those things, just to build a brand, to let you know that if you do business with us, you are in a safe hands and all those things. So building a brand is very, very important. What you put out there is very important. How you talk to your client is very important. Your clients should be able to know the kind of person they're going to deal with or they are going to patronize. So it is through this that you can show your clients what you are capable of or what you do. So branding is very important to your especially on social media. Yes, now everything is about the social. So if you don't really show yourself out there, people would not know or recognize you. Yes, so you have to put your business out there each and every day, consistently, and collaborating with other beauty to be able. Yes.
On the issue of collaboration, let me chip in the aspect of service.
Yes.
One thing I think I got to know about you is that you were working with a popular brand,
Yes.
a makeup brand,
Yes.
HB Elegance.
Yes.
And that was where a lot of people got to know what exactly you do.
Yes.
Now, elaborate more on the importance of services, because we have a lot of people these days who do not want to serve under anyone.
Yeah.
Immediately they come out, they want to work. They are all about the money.
Yes.
How would you say service is very important
Okay.
in this industry?
All right. So I know a lot of people would say that we are not service, like we don't do a lot of service because our bosses are this, our bosses are that. But you know, when you are working under somebody, you are one way or the other, you are making yourself better. You are improving on yourself. I have worked with HB Elegance from 2017 till last year. I decided to start my own. The fact that I was even working with her, I was also doing other jobs other side when I get my free time or when I get my off days. Yeah, so I was first I started as a freelancer. I go to help, and then I became a supervisor, and then I became the manager of the company for some years, and then that's how I ended it. And I've been with her, and then through her I have met a lot of people, a lot of clients. I have thought through her I've taught over 5,000 students.
5,000?
Yes, because every single time we're on the run going to cities to go and teach makeup.
Sure.
Yes. So that is how, and it's good to serve. You see, when you serve, it doesn't matter whether you're serving under a bad boss or a good boss. At the right time, it will pay off. At the right time. Because when I was doing my marathon, if not because of the student I had thought through HB Elegance, I wouldn't have the people to come there to come and cheer me up. They were there 247 to come and cheer me up. Yes, so it is good. And then when you're able to serve well, your boss would also, bless you with all she has, so that when you go out there, you can explore. And to tell you, my boss was with me during the marathon. Every night, every night she will pack all her workers. They will come, midnight section. They would be there till the following morning before they go home. So imagine if I wasn't a good person, or she wouldn't have come. So it is good to serve. The fact that you're serving doesn't make you less of a human. The more you are serving, the more you are improving yourself, learning on the job, so that when you come out, you become a better person. Do you get it? Yes. So it's good to serve. I know people don't want to serve when they work with someone. Imagine if you've worked with me and you know that now, okay, through HB Elegance, I was doing makeup for Gifty Auntie. I was working for Jackie Appears, and I was still working with HB Elegance and doing all those jobs. I was doing makeup for Gifty, Empress Gifty, Adoye. So
I think that was where you got to meet Empress, right?
No, Empress, when Empress was getting married to Mr. Adoye, I did her wedding makeup. Okay. So I have known her. So whilst I was even there, I can do other jobs on the other side. Yes, so it is good to serve. It is very, very good to serve. You have to serve and learn on the job so that we can be properly equipped. Sure. Do you get it?
Thank you so much. And one interesting thing I like about you is the way you speak. I think earlier I told you about that, and I'm repeating it again. You see, there's this perception people have about makeup artists, hairstylists, like they should be local, so to speak. Like they shouldn't really have that kind of education.
Yes,
But the way you speak gives me a different perception about the industry.
You know, we have makeup artists who are degree nurses, people who are lawyers. They have, they are well educated. You know what? On this side of business, people think that if you're a makeup artist, it means that, yes. Let me tell you one thing.
Tell us.
I haven't been to the tertiary. Like I'm not a tertiary I'm not like that. And I will shock you that
you are shocking us.
I couldn't even complete secondary school.
Oh.
I was in I went to secondary school. I was a school chaplain, everything. But the final day, I couldn't write the exams. It was a family kind of issue. But I was learning, reading, and I was learning from others. I was also reading a lot of books too. Because knowing well that I cannot get the money to go to university or be the graduate or I really wanted to be a journalist. Like it was between a nurse and a journalist. But looking at the family I was coming from, I knew I would not be able to get to that level. So I had to just leave and start hustling.
I was
But I was just learning on it.
Time, no,
Oh, yeah, we are, Nessa.
But I mean, I'm really
so
surprised.
you just have to learn from people each and every day, and then what I say, so that you won't catch it. That's how
and
it
I
is.
think that is also part of the branding aspect.
Yes.
Because the way you brand yourself also attracts the kind of people.
Yes, the kind of people you want.
Right.
It's very true.
And I can see some international deals coming.
Oh,
up
yeah.
so
It will,
or
very soon.
It has started already.
It would come. I have not seen it, but I know it's on the way.
Right, so let's take this comment here.
Yeah.
This is from Sewa. She says, please ask her what was the most unexpected or emotional moment you experienced during the marathon that you will never forget? The most unexpected or emotional moment you experienced during the marathon.
Okay, so
that you will never.
I would never forget. Okay, so during our marathon, when I got to 98 hours, 99, like straight to the 100th hours, my timers, my screen, everything went off. Like all the streaming, everything went off whilst I was still in makeup. And that was the hard time for me, because in the rules, you cannot stop whilst you are working. You have to continue doing the job, and now everything is off. So how do I continue? You know, you are applying makeup all right, but your timers, and then in the rules, your timers, everything has to show in the evidence. And now your timers are off, nothing is showing, and you can't also stop what you are doing. Continuously, you have to do the makeup. And I couldn't cry. I couldn't yell at anybody. I was just applying, but deep down within me, I said, oh God, at this time, where the idea, because yes, that was what I said. Because now that I can't, the screen, everything is not going on the NSA, but we had to work our way out, and then everything came back, and I still have to continue working. And that was emotion. Then another emotional part is when I was hallucinating, and I felt like all of the people around are witches. It was in the midnight. It was very sad. So my team wanted to end the marathon because they thought something would happen to me.
So did you feel like giving up at that point? Or did you
at that time, I wasn't in my right mind of state.
Okay.
So they were making decisions for me. They were making decisions for me.
But why didn't you stop? Because looking at what you are saying, it was really taking you to a different level psychologically.
Yes.
You were losing it.
Yes.
So why didn't you stop?
Hey, my enemies will laugh at me. The way I bragged about the thing, and then the fact that people were not interested in the marathon and I want to do it.
Yes.
Hey, please, so madam, I have to finish this, or else my enemies will make mockery of me.
Because I realized the support was not even like there as compared to
there was no support
marathons we've seen.
Sweetie, there was no support.
Do you think Ghanaians were just fed up?
They were. You know, Ghanaians, we play a lot. We play with everything. Guinness World Record is well accredited. It's something known in the world. But ebedu ye krom hanko ade. Obi to me sorry na why flyer. I'm doing standathon. You know, so immediately, and the companies are watching. Immediately, you make fun of something that they lose interest.
Yeah.
You think that now you're asking me if I've gotten any deal. I haven't gotten any deal. Maybe they are thinking about it, whether to give me, but they are. You get because of what happened, because of how people imagine. Look at what Chef Smith did.
Exactly.
You know, so nobody will take this thing serious. But I know if you are for God, you are for God. You get your own.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. People play with it. That's why a lot of people got tired. The Ghanaians were fed up. And then Mr. Smith us. And then that was the end of everything. So I would say that they will come around.
Okay.
They would, yeah.
I know, you know, many of us will already know what this record will bring to you, the deals and other things, but you're just saying you haven't started receiving the deals yet.
Yes, I haven't.
But how has, you know, winning this record or breaking this record impacted your personal life and also professional life?
Oh, it has, especially when it comes to my business side. You know,
so what you're just doing is
eyeshadow application, a little eyeshadow, not too much. You see that because it's a day makeup. we are not doing too much of colors or too much of anything on her face, just doing more of a natural tone, because let's say she's bringing it to an office and she has to look more natural, so we're just working within that area. Yes, so for now, as I said, no deals are in yet, but we are hoping and praying that something like that would come on very soon.
And I like the way you've leveraged on this, whole record to make yourself very visible in the presence of, a lot of people, especially on TikTok. Yesterday, I was on TikTok and I came across a video of you making a Christmas sound.
Yes.
Can you
Yeah, I can do that too.
do that.
I can.
So
that page is my business page.
Okay.
So I sell, but I told you I have a lash line.
Okay.
So Lashed by Rosie Lambs. I have, so I do that, and then I realize that anytime I want to advertise for my business, other people will just pick the video up and use it for their business. So I was like, let's all share the videos. Let's all do business. I mean, we need money. So that's how come I made that video. I made that video, yes.
So we'll be wrapping up shortly. But
Yes.
what message do you have for incoming makeup artists or aspiring makeup artists?
Yes, so if you are here, you are watching, you are interested in makeup, make sure you work on yourself, get to know what you are doing, and learn more on the job. Each and every day, try to upgrade yourself, because new things are coming in, and I mean, you have to upgrade to the level that everybody is also going. So yes, so that's it. And then please be patient. We have clients that are very stubborn, but you have to be patient with your clients.
Are you always patient with your clients?
Yes. So
I know sometimes it gets frustrating.
Yes, but that's the line of business. You cannot get angry. You just have to do your job and get your money, and that's because it's just a few hours or minutes you are working on the person. So please, you need that patient to work on your client. Yes.
Since we have this demonstration, can you briefly tell us some techniques or tools or equipment or makeup kits that as a beginner one should have to learn how to do the simple makeup?
As a beginner, you need your moisturizer, you need a good primer. If you have an oil skin, just get a mattifying primer, and then a nice foundation. It can be a soft matte or high definition foundation, nice foundation, and then just get your powder. You can get a contour powder, that's if you want to do the highlighting and contouring. Yes, so something simple. You just need foundation, eyeshadow, setting powder, setting spray to set it up to make your makeup look. Sometimes it's not even all about you drawing brows. You can just do the makeup without the brows, but you'll be good. So yes, so this one was.
They're not even done, but I can see the transformation on our model's face.
Yes, so this one is just a very simple day makeup. So you see that we are not doing more.
So we can take
drama.
this makeup to the office.
To the office, to your meetings, and start your morning meetings. And even if you have a shop, you want to slay to your shop, you can just do the simple one to all your breakfast meeting and all. This one
so
is good.
Our videos are ready. Let's take a look at Akosua Mante's videos.
Okay.
So this is the uncovering, right?
Yes, this is when I was
Unboxing,
showing the world my certificates, because I don't suffer.
But are you not scared that people were going to term you as another fake record
sweetie,
holder?
if it's fake, it's in my room. If it's fake, I worked for it. I got the congratulation message in September. The reason why I didn't bring it out because I was waiting for my certificate, because before Ghanaians make mockery of me. So I was waiting for my certificate to come. And then I got it in October 14th. Okay, that was Monday. Yes, so this is genuine, this is original. People are waiting for the Guinness people to post on their Facebook page or Instagram page. They haven't posted it, but it's on their website. And then they've also featured me in an October article with Hilda Bassi.
Oh, okay.
And yes, because people don't really do research on that.
One very important question.
Yes.
What did you do right that made you win this record? Because we've had previous record attempts, the Singathon, was it Talkathon or something?
Yeah, you forget about those ton.
Yeah.
I invested a lot in this. I spent over 50,000 Ghana cedis doing this.
50,000?
My own money. My own money. It's not like somebody's money. It's my own money. I spent that money in this. I paid for a professional timekeepers. And then I had 40 people working for me on that day. Wow. Yes, so I paid, yes, excluding my team, my normal team, but the other people I was. And the timekeepers to make sure that problem with it.
During the...
Yes.
What were you doing? Were you dancing?
I was dancing. Open your eyes.
I think that was the early stages, right?
No, this wasn't the early stages. This was, I think, the third day or so.
And you still had that energy to dance?
Yes. We have to dance to the glory, just dancing to the glory of God. And then when I'm not in the mood, I tell them to play Kofi Kinata song for me. So they will play all Kinata song, or any of them.
Do you have a favorite? Because we know you as a previous winner for Mentor, which is a singing reality show. So
yes,
could you give us an a cappella of any of Kofi Kinata's song, so we wrap up with that?
There's a song that says, "Your hustle anopa." And then you're very good. You know that I has a yanda in bring you home, mobibini. Fisa and sa on your jumano on didi. You get it. Inti namiri nanka medi. What it is? She say, Koshe mukrom. Wakikadame, you be na minke, no, when you on the phone. So the phone, like those kind of songs. So it just keep me going, like, aha. So we are on the hustle field as we are still hustling to make life, to rewrite our story. So that's it.
Lastly, Akosua,
yes, Mama.
What's the way forward?
The way forward?
You've won you are the current record holder.
Current, and nobody is breaking it anytime soon, because 103 hours is not a joke.
What's the way forward? I know people have asked you, but what should we expect from Akosua Mantey?
Okay, so this level that I've gotten to, it's all about impacting in others. I recently had makeup class, and it was like fully booked class. And then my third edition is coming on this 30th December to 3rd. Yes, so if anybody wants to makeup, the person can talk. It's not free. For now, I don't have any sponsors. You would have to pay a fee for your learning materials. Yes, so it's not free. And then I have an initiative called Get a Skill Initiative. That one is going to be for people who are less privileged, who will travel across the country to go and teach them how to do makeup, and even if we could add hair and other stuff to it, to make sure that they are well equipped and they can also do something for themselves. So yes, so I would launch that very soon. I'm still working on getting people to come on board to support. Yes. So
is makeup ready?
Yes. So this is just a very so let me do lip. I wanted to set the face up, but since you want it very ready, let me just do a lipstick. Because of time, so you guys should give me 10 seconds. 10 seconds. So let me do a little lip for sweetie.
Okay.
Are they counting the 10 seconds?
They are. My producer is on my neck.
Producer will finish.
But I mean, this makeup looks very demure.
Very simple mindful. And
right, Akosua, so can you put out your social media handles and also any upcoming program? I know you've mentioned of my class, but if you have any other incoming programs that our viewers should take note of.
Oh yes, that's my class. So if you're watching me and you want to learn how to do makeup, especially for those who are working for people and they cannot get time, and now that it's festive season, a lot of works will go on break, so they can take this opportunity to learn how to do makeup, so that you don't come to work with your bare face like that. So yes, so it's on 30th to 3rd, and then we normally booked 20 people, but now we have just 18 slots left, so they can also register. Yes, they can also register with us, and that's it. To book me for your weddings, and then you want a private class. There are some people, they want a private class. Yes, I can come to the comfort of your home to come and teach you how to do makeup. Yes.
Thank you so much, Akosua.
Thank you
for making it today. And as we can see, this look is giving. How much will you charge for this? I'm putting you on the spot. An estimate, a rough estimate.
Without adding the record fee.
Why? The record has increased the price.
Yes. Yes. Without adding the record fee, our normal walk-in is 400 Ghana cedis.
Wow.
Yes.
That is very, I think that is affordable,
yes.
right?
So
why is my model looking at me? Right. So thank you so much, Akosua, again. Yes. And this is where we end the lifestyle conversation here on the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. Okay, so we want to take a close look at our model's face one more time so people get to appreciate this beautiful look we are seeing here.
Hey, model smile. Model with a natural.
Wow. 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 Jessica, how do you feel? How do you feel? I think you're overwhelmed.
Yeah, the excitement is too much. I think I'll keep the makeup on for this weekend.
And your boyfriend, the cat. Okay, so this is where we end the lifestyle conversation here. We had this discussion on, beauty under pressure, the journey to the longest marathon in makeup application. And I did this with our very own Guinness World Record holder for the longest makeup application marathon, our makeup-thon, right?
Makeup-thon.
Madam Rosalind Akosua Mante, she took us through her journey, what inspired her, and why she's here today. And so basically, and aside that, we also gave you a skill, right? We demonstrated this normal, simple look on our model for you to learn something. That is what we do best here on the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. I am Miriam Abena Adede. Up next is our birthday segment. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I heard today was your birthday. I heard today was your birthday. I heard today was your birthday. Today was your birthday.
And you're welcome back to the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. Now let's start with our first birthday celebrant. A glorious birthday to you, sweetheart. You are loved and continue to glow and grow in grace. Have a wonderful birthday. So Akosua, take us to the next birthday celebration.
Happy birthday to Linda Gagnon. May your life be an amazing.
The radiant Ellen Zenato. Have an amazing year ahead. God bless you.
But today it looks like they're not, the people are not mentioning their names.
Their names.
Like who is wishing?
Anonymous.
Okay, so this one.
Okay.
Okay, so
Happy birthday, Ben TV. Based in the United Kingdom, may the good Lord continue to bless and protect you. Wish you long life and prosperity. It's coming from Jewel.
right. So this one is also coming from Miriam. She says, "Glorious birthday, Jessica Bafo. May you keep shining in all your years. Be great." And I see Jessica Bafo. I think she'll be coming for your next makeup.
Okay, so this is also from Daddy and Mommy. When we count our blessings and say a prayer, you are at the very top. Thank you for being such a wonderful son, Project Mbappe. Okay, birthday blessings. The names are a mouthful.
Alejandro Leroy Jomo Ajeju.
That's awesome.
Alejandro, I see the father or a mother.
It has some sports.
Used to
vibes.
they were watching Rosalinda.
Okay, so our next birthday celebrant.
Okay, so our next birthday, it's you brightening the life of everyone you touch, and I don't just know that from what people say, but from my own experiences raising you. Keep on shining on Kiki, and it's coming from sweet, awesome.
Cables man's daughter. You know, this particular one we have vested interest in her because she's actually a very, very young and vibrant, beautiful young lady. And mind you, her dad is called the Cables man. So this particular one, her dad works in the studios with us as well, and Cables man's daughter. And if you know her, you look at her, she's actually looking at in your shots there. It looks like she's also very good with the cables as well. So that's Junior Cables lady, Kiki Akosia Serofori. And this is coming from the champion Cables man, your dad. And he says that you brighten the lives of everyone you touch. Interesting. And I don't just know that from what people say, but from my own experiences raising you. Keep on shining, Kiki. If my dad tells me this, I'm going to Kiki Cables man with the vibes.
Okay, so yeah, that is all we have for you on the birthday segment, and I'm standing right close to the record, holder. I'm so privileged.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Now we'll be delving into sports, but before that, if you could kindly excuse us.
Please stay. Please stay. And then
I can see Nana is, going all over you.
You can actually
come to the side. This is awesome.
You like sports, right?
Yes.
So this is an uncut version of the Cocoa Digest Morning Show. Anything at all happens here on the Digest Morning Show. Now, Nana, what do we have